And 3, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to go into talking about getting ghosted. Is it such a bad thing? Is it such a good thing? Is there a bit of a balance here? Because I believe that there is a balance. Not... what am I trying to say? You think I know what I'm trying to say, huh? Getting ghosted might not be as bad as you think. Alright? Now, so guys, well, you know what? We're gonna, if you're at home, get a cup of tea on, a cup of coffee, sit back and relax. And you know, if you are single out there, you know, a lot of us are going through, and if you've heard some of my other episodes, yes, coronaviruses, I think, fucked some of us up royally, right? And I still believe that. I think there's a lot of still social anxiety. Some people are trying to get back to normal. And in a way, it's almost like a race to get back to your normal self, right? Some people are slow at it. Some people are quicker at it. For me, I'm trying to come out of the gates quicker, right? I mean, even guys, look, some people think I come across confident and I've got no problems. Listen, that's total horse shit. All right. After coronavirus, I had social anxiety, and I'm not joking to you. Like, I went on a couple of dates, right, where I actually felt, Jesus, this is not right. I'm not comfortable here, and I actually started to get nervous, and I couldn't believe it. Now, if you look back at coronavirus, it is believable. We were sitting at fucking home, twiddling our thumbs for 2 goddamn years, right? I mean, in many ways, you might as well be locked up in, what do they call it? Solitary confinement? I mean, in many ways, it's like that, right? You still have got your routine every day, but it's a very enclosed routine, right? Dating was not part of your fucking routine, you know? But what I did was I just pushed through, just keep going. In fact, I kept going to the nervous stage. Keep the nerves there. Once you go, and it took me about 2 dates maybe to get over it, because I went head first. And to be honest, guys, I genuinely think a lot of people can do the same, right? You just have to put yourself in the shit, get into the deep end of the pool, and just take the, you know, we all know what that's like. You know, you jump into the freezing cold and you're like, oh my God, right? You just have to sit there in the cold. You just have to take the fucking pain. And after a couple of minutes, it's grand, right? I genuinely believe that. And I am one of those believers that sometimes it's actually better to take yourself, go nice and steady, right? You know, one step at a time. But I think when it comes to coronavirus and getting out there again, social anxiety, I genuinely do believe that all of us should be just jumping into the deep end. There's no baby steps on this one, right? Because the longer you leave meeting somebody, the worse it gets. I genuinely believe that, and I think we need to get into the deep end, just swim the fuck around, feel that cold, all right? And there's a lot of people still to this day, which, you know, it breaks my heart, man, to see this for a lot of my viewers. Many of you know I've got a social media following, and I'm talking about a lot of these dating scenarios, right? If you've never seen me before, look, maybe check it out, and Lord knows, if you're single and if you're having a tough time, believe you me, I think some of my videos will make you feel a lot better, because there's a lot of people that are having just weird scenarios. I've had these weird scenarios too, so I'm not, you know, these people aren't the only one. I've been in this boat too. And I think, guys, you know, number one, we have to jump in at the deep end. No question. No question. Number two, people getting ghosted. There's a lot of that going on at the moment. It's insane how much ghosting there is. Honest to God. I mean, I knew it was happening. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. I know it's happening out there, but not as much as I'm seeing on my social media. Now, fair enough. You might hear the bad problems more than you'd hear the good problems, right? So maybe it's not as bad, but there's a lot of it going on. And you know what? It's happening on both sides. It's happening with men and women. Men are ghosting the women. Women are ghosting the men. And you don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, there's a lot of people wondering here, well, hang on. Are these people fucking married? Are they taken? Do they have a boyfriend or girlfriend? And they're not telling us? was it just an attention-seeking ego trip? I mean, I can tell you this, guys and girls, that most of the guys that I'm dealing with here on my social media, most of the guys who get ghosted are actually thinking that the girl is just looking for a power trip. All right, ladies? Now, don't shoot the messenger. Don't blame me. This is exactly what I'm reporting back to you guys, right? Most of the guys, and when I say most, I'm talking probably, I'm going to debate whether it's either 90% or 95%. Now, these are the people who get ghosted now, okay? Obviously, there's different problems in relationships or first dates, but the people who are getting ghosted, they think it's not necessarily a boyfriend or girlfriend around the scene or something else. Most of the guys, fuck it, I'm going to go with 95%. 95% of the guys are thinking you're just looking for one big power trip, right? And they don't even factor in that maybe you are taken and you're sneakily doing this behind your husband's back or your boyfriend's back. They're just genuinely believing you're just on a little mission to make yourself feel better, and the moment you get them, you're cutting them off. So, ladies, if I can try and help you in any degree, shape or form here, if you are talking to a guy on a dating app and you know what, something happens, right? Whether you don't want him to be with him anymore or whatever it is, okay? Or you're social anxious, just tell him, right? I mean, I'm a believer in spreading the love. You spread the love, good karma will come back to you. Now, you're not spreading good love by saying to the person that you're not interested, but you know what you're doing? You're doing them a fucking favor by telling them. Okay? This ghosting stuff has to stop, guys. Don't put your head in the sand. Just tell them it's only a text message, right? I've actually been repeating this quite a few on different episodes, and I'm, you know, maybe I'm sounding like a broken record here, guys, but I'm genuinely telling you now. It's good karma, first of all. If you want good karma and good luck, fucking do it just for that alone, okay? Even if you're that selfish. But maybe the second of all, and this should be your number one, be nice to the other person. Just tell them you're not feeling it. What's the problem in that? Jesus. You know? And here's hopefully this will make some people feel better. If you do get ghosted, maybe it's actually a good thing. Now hear me out. I'll go back now. I'm going to go back before coronavirus. And I had a scenario where I was dating this Brazilian girl, okay? And every time she was around me, I could feel, and I felt, and maybe I was wrong, but I really felt that she really liked me, okay? I really liked her, and I felt it from her too. And for some reason then, you could see her sort of battling with this sort of inner demon almost. It was weird, right? I couldn't put my finger on it, didn't know what to do. So then I tried to text her a few times and she ghosted me, right? Now, there was a scenario where it wasn't 100% full-blown ghost, as in like, oh, for fuck's sake, well, that's it, done. As in, she kind of left the door open. You know what? I genuinely, guys, can't remember exactly the full detail, but look, I'm sure you believe me. I'm telling you my problem with a girl way back a couple of years ago, right? So I was talking to my mum about it, and my mum actually put it into my head. She goes, Peter, maybe it's not that she doesn't like you. Maybe she actually really likes you, and it's scaring the shit out of her. I went, huh. Continue, Mum. So she goes, well, there's nothing more really to say, but, you know, think about it that way. Maybe she's scared out of her mind. And I'll never forget it. My mum said, I guarantee you, Peter, if you actually text this girl, she'll come back to you. I went, Mum, Jesus Christ, I can't text her again. I'm going to look like a desperate fucking loser here, all right? And let's be honest, guys, we all have that feeling every now and then, you know? You don't want to be going across too much. So she wasn't trying to convince me to do it or force me to do it. She said, well, I honestly, Peter, I have a feeling about this girl, what you're telling me about her, and my mum's really, really good with this stuff, guys. Jesus, I mean, this woman is so tuned in, it's incredible. And so I actually end up texting her. And I even, you know, you have that dreaded when you press send, you're like, oh, fuck, what have I done? Jesus Christ, oh my God. I had that, don't get me wrong. I fucking had it, right? And within about 2 minutes, now when I say 2 minutes, I'm not just throwing out a term here. I'm literally saying if you had a stopwatch on it, it was probably under 2 minutes when she texted me back. I went, whoa, what the hell? Now, I'm thinking in my head, well, why didn't she just fucking text me in the first place? Right? For fuck's sake, why am I having to make all the effort? Okay? Now, I'm right too on that, by the way. Because if somebody isn't chipping in and if they're not committing to you or making the effort, you're fucked, right? So, like, in a way, that was a red flag too. Okay? And now, that was a red flag that I had to come up against down the line after I get over my little issue here about ghosting, okay? But my mum said, there you go. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks that, oh my God. Now, guys, look, if you're getting ghosted out there, believe me, I know it doesn't excuse the person, right? Not for 1 second am I saying that. Hell no. Doesn't excuse anybody for ghosting anybody, because everybody should man up and woman up on this one. All right? But, you know, what I'm saying is maybe don't take it that bad. Don't take it as in, oh, I'm ugly, or they don't like me, my personality, or whatever. Maybe it's all about them. And let's be honest, guys, it is all about them. If somebody doesn't like you, they don't like you. They have made their mind up in their head. So you could be the nicest guy or girl in the world, or the sexiest or hottest guy or girl in the world, and yet, what happens? They could ghost you. And guess what? If you are the Brad Pitt, Bradley Cooper out there guy, right? Maybe the girl is terrified, scared shitless of you, because in their head, they're nothing. You're way above their standard. So they can't possibly compete with that, even though it's not about competing. But do you know what I mean, guys? You know, they're intimidated by the whole thing. Now, look, I'm not telling you any rocket science here and explaining it in simple English. I think a lot of us know this, but maybe you just got to remind yourself of this stuff, you know? Getting ghosted is not the worst thing in the world. And look at it. What I would say, guys, before I go here, what I would say is this. The next time, because look, hey, let's face it, guys, if you are single, you're going to get ghosted eventually, you know? We all get ghosted, all right? So look, the next time it happens, if it does, and hopefully it doesn't happen to you, the next time it happens, put on the other cap, right, this time. Take off the paranoid cap for a second and put on, well, look at it from the point of view of, okay, maybe they just really, really like me. And then look at what you've been through with that person already, if you've met up with them or, you know, they acted a little bit weird. And then look at it from that point of view and go, okay, did she act weird or did he act weird because of what Peter's saying is, and maybe he just really likes me and he's scared out of his mind. And that's why he'd left that day. Or when that girl looked at him, it scared me and that's why I went quiet. Right? Now, the guy might be sitting there going, oh, this girl just looked at me and this girl I'm on a date with has gone really quiet. Does she think I'm a player? So look, it's amazing, guys, because the guy could be thinking that, oh, fuck, she thinks I'm a player, or she thinks I was flirting with her. And now he's blaming himself, but yet all the while, little does he know, you're actually on about your own insecurities, not him being a player. You're just afraid out of your depth. So it's amazing what we can pick up on, as in the guy thinks one thing, you're thinking the other, complete opposites, but yet we end up blaming ourselves or the other person or whatever, right? I mean, it's amazing. So, you know, the next time you have that situation happen, maybe, just maybe, look at it from the point of view of maybe the person actually really likes me. So, anyway, guys, I hope it does help out there today. And, you know, we're mid-March. I think the positive step here is I think people are getting out there again, which is great to see. You know, some people are taking the baby steps, yes. And guys, you know, actually, I want to throw that in here as well. Many of you may or may not know, I've created these Facebook groups now for dating, okay? Because I know Tinder and Bumble, they can be horrendous places every now and then. But I've created these Facebook groups, okay? There's 5, and they're based on your age. So if you want to take a look, they're private groups, and will accept you or deny. But most importantly, guys, there is a few rules here, ground rules. You need to have a profile photo. Now, if you don't, you're not allowed in. because we're keeping out the scammers as much as we can. All right, and you know what? If you want to complain to me, bitch and moan that I'm not invited into the group yet. You've got a photo of a cartoon up there. Well, yeah, you can piss off, respectfully, of course. All right. So you need a profile photo of yourself. They're a private group, so your friends and family won't see what you're talking to about on the group. And best of all, guys, on the group, people are actually very friendly. And what I like about it too is that people know that we're policing the groups. So therefore, even if there are people in there trying to cause trouble, they're not getting away with it. Which is great because other people are reporting the bad stuff. And you know what? We're actually policing it, not like Tinder or Bumble. Now, in fairness to Tinder and Bumble, they've got millions of people to look over. So, you know, they can't keep up with that. But at least we've got about, I think we've got about 1,600 members in the groups, which is great. So, you know, people are really friendly in there. Everybody's actually helping each other. So, guys, if you want to go to Facebook, go into the search. Now, you're not looking for a page. You're looking for a group. Now, there's 5 different ones. Here they are. Old school dating age 20 to 28. Old school dating age 28 to 35. Old school dating age 35 to 45. Old school dating age 45 to 55. And old school dating age 55 plus. So they're the groups. You can go into different groups if you choose. No problem at all. Now, why we have them set up for age groups? Because we obviously want to, you know, if you're into a certain age group, well, then you can go into that group. Now, there is some people that are younger or older, and that's fine. First of all, guys, you don't have to talk to them, okay? It's not like they've got your phone number and address if they message you. So, you know, anybody that's dramatic out there and, oh my God, I can't believe he or she is talking to me. What do I do? And report it. Just fucking relax, first of all. You don't have to text them back. You can block them, whatever you want to do. Or if you want to do it, report them. Send a screenshot, because I'm not just going to take your word for it. There's been people actually who've complained, oh, this person's doing that, this person's doing that. I mean, I even had a guy out the other day, fucking ridiculous, and actually, pathetic. Some guy complained to me the other day. He said he was talking to a girl in the group, and the girl was getting harassed by some guy. And I'm like, okay, well, why are you complaining for her? He goes, oh, well, I just want to help out. Yeah, probably a fucking male feminist dickhead, right? So you can go fuck off. If you've got a problem, I'm not going to accept anybody complaining on behalf of someone else, because that to me smells like a scammer or a male feminist. I'm not taking that shit on. If you've had a problem with somebody in the group, you contact us with a screenshot, guys. And in fairness, there's people that are just complaining about other people in the group for no reason. And that's not fair on the other people. Like, we don't know who's actually causing problems. But if you've got proof, we'll boot them out straight away for you. Because we want you guys to have a good experience in these groups. A friendly experience in these groups. So, I hope that helps, guys. And, yeah, jump onto the Facebook groups. And hopefully, guys, you'll meet somebody. There's been some fantastic success stories already, which is great to hear. You know, and I forgot, jeez. The great thing about the groups too, guys, if you do go on them, as many of you know, Tinder and Bumble, when you're using those apps, Tinder or Bumble, that you've got to pay to get boosted, and then you'll get seen by other people. Now, in our group, there's none of that shit. If you post on the group, guess what? You go top to the news. You go top of the page, right up at the top of the news feed on that page. So you're getting really good exposure, which is fantastic, guys. And it's giving everybody a fair crack at the whip, which is wonderful for everybody. So yeah, and we're not going, rigging an algorithm here. All right, we're not trying to make money off you. Nope, not at all. The group is free. So hopefully you will meet somebody, guys. And if you do go on there, make sure you put up a video or a photo introduction of yourself, guys. Don't sit on the sidelines. Now, and believe me, there's been about over 30, I think my last count was, there's been over 30 success stories already, which is unbelievably great to hear already. And we're only 2 months in. Now, these are the groups that these are the stories that I've heard about. So there's other groups out there. I mean, for instance, there was one girl I know. She has a single friend on there, and It was, if I didn't know her friend, I would never have found out about this. But the friend got 3 dates in a couple of weeks. No, okay, fair enough. I don't know exactly what she's looking for, and that's cool. But, 3 dates. It's great. So, guys, hopefully you'll have a good time in there. And, yeah. Guys and girls, thanks for listening today, and I will be back. Stay tuned for more from The Peter Walsh Show. See you guys.